Ay, caramba! Oh, ay, ay. I have just finished editing the last Howlite Isle video. I had to re-edit it because the save corrupted, and I just had to add the last file to it and, like, you know, save it again. And it's uploading now. It's in the process of uploading while I'm recording this, so that's fine. I also recorded a personal unlisted video for a friend, and I also had about an hour worth of what I think was a psychological breakdown for a little bit, where I just went fucking mental with face ring for a bit. I swear to Christ, if you watch that video, the Kitsune Mintu one, I swear to Christ, if you watch that video, I was not on anything at that time. I was just fucking broken. But now that we've finished having a fucking mental breakdown, let's enact some policy, huh? Alright, let's go. Issues. These heels weren't made for working. Buy a better baby. A busload of worry. Shock tactics. Alright, we've got to do a buy a better baby. Is this like genetic engineering and shit? A top facility clinic has recently announced a new service allowing parents to create so-called designer babies. Yeah, I remember when this was in the news. The embryo selection isn't really genetic. Engineering is a technical sense, explains Dr. Loki Martinez, owner of Babies to Go Clinic. It's more like being able to have a dozen abortions per month until you get the fetus you desire. I can't really see what's going wrong with parents who can afford it being able to eliminate fetuses with undesirable genetic traits like stupidity. I don't know. They could start with eliminating their own fucking stupidity. It's like, look, I'm pro-choice, but basically having babies and then killing them until you get the desirable one is insane. What is this, Pokemon? This is literally what the High Elves do, by the way, in the Elder Scrolls series. They practice eugenics. I'm not even joking. This is why it takes them so long to have children. Because they just kill the ones that aren't beautiful enough. I'm not even fucking joking. That's what they do. They're mentally broken. Also, I've just realized I'm still logged into the Elder Scrolls Online. Let's log out of that. Fuck me, I'm not right in the head right now. Okay. Thou shalt pray for thy sins, screams Moxanne Smiley, waving her crucifix. This is just meddling with the sanctity of life. If these children are born with horrible defects, then it's God's will, and who are we to question it? This technology must be banned at once. The opposite ends of the aisle. This technology shows promise, muses Alice Blowfield, Minister of Health. But we can't trust the private sector with this future of our nation's children. We must place it under strict government regulation, so that we only screen out embryos with serious genetic conditions. I'm okay with that. This has got me thinking, says General. Oh God, we're breeding soldiers. Thumbing for a big folder marked X. If this technology can reduce genetic defects, then couldn't it work the other way? We could create ourselves an army of genetically superior soldiers with our army of super soldiers. No nation would dare stand in our way. Ooh, it's a cock up between these two. What do I choose? I keep being evil lately. I'm gonna go with this. Yep. Oh, it's having difficulties. It's having difficulties. Here we go. Government-run screening operations remove embryos with severe genetic disorders. Some might call that awful, but quite frankly, I think it's a good thing. Maybe autism will come under it as well, so I wouldn't have been born, but whatever. Public healthcare, health lifespan, economic output, authoritarianism, yeah, whatever. Taxation's gone up, fuck you. Okay, cool, whatever. Next. Oh, for fuck. Oh, okay, we're back. Shock tactics. The Howlite Isle Resuscitation Council has noted that every year a vast number of preventable deaths occur because of lack of public access to AEDs, automated external defibrillators, and a deaf of component first aiders were able to use them. Okay. Put an AED in every bus stop, every train station, every supermarket, and next to every ATM. Make first aid training mandatory for later school years. Then make people refresh their skills every 10 years. Directs Dr. Chansley, host of the Resuscitation Council, skipping his double cream shot cappuccino. Nations, fucking hell, yeah, he's gonna have his own heart attack. Nations with poor access to AEDs have cardiac arrest several rates in 120. If nations with good access to training, 3 or 4 patients would live. That's got to be worth the investment, right? I kind of agree. It sounds overly complex and expensive, a bit like a doctor's premium beverage. The good doctor's premium beverage. Yeah, that shit would cost a lot, especially if you got it from like Costa or Starbucks or something like that. Personally, I like my health policies like I like my coffee, cheap and fast. Or was that how I liked my men? I forget. Anyway, public health promotion is a smaller option. Prevention is better than cure. Restrict salty and fatty foods and encourage healthy eating. Then that'll hit the spot efficiently, like a good coffee or a good man. Our economy and probably tourism is going to go down. But honestly, restricting salty and... Wait, she doesn't say sugary. Salty and... Was this made in the era where people blamed things on fat and not sugar? Because fat's fine as long as you don't have too much of it. It's the sugar that you have to worry about, because sugar burns before fat. If it said salty and sugary foods, I'd agree, but not necessarily fatty foods. Health spending is a black hole, moans tired-looking health economist Marlene Warner, sipping at a plastic cup, smelling instant coffee. If you help people live longer, you just get older people with even more expensive... Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna go with this. Giggling teens are asked to put their mouths on rubber dolls. Show me where you touch the doll. Ooh, power grid. Boost education. Look at that. That's neat. Health has shot up. Healthcare has shot up. We're better than the NHS right now. Look at that. Public education lifespan. Not that that's much of a fucking... Oh, tourism's gone up. Intelligence has gone up. Safety. Where's the tax? 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 There it is. We're almost at 50%. Yay, tax everyone. Alright, moving on. I think this is about gay rights. Let's do this one. An advertisement battle over morality and acceptability of coming out of the closet is taking place in Howlite Isle city buses, with different factions presenting their vehement cases on these moving billboards. Groups on all sides demanding the government step in, soothe egos and take action. Well, you know what side I'm siding on for this one. This is disgusting, and I shouldn't have to see it, pines prominent homosexual Tarjan Cumberbatch, for once abandoning the stereotype to be seen without a feather boa. Howlite Isle should be a nation intolerant of intolerance. Fuck off, you fucking wokist. And what could be more intolerant than this? Have you any idea what damage this fundamentalist advertisement will do to young people struggling to come to terms with their sexuality? We should ban this ad and instead educate children to be free about their sexual orientation. Yeah, welcome to 2023. We've seen the result of that, and it ain't good. Look, I am a proud donor of the rainbow on a regular basis, but I'm also a proud component, a supporter of freedom of component, a proud supporter of freedom of speech. So the only way to be a true supporter of freedom of speech is to support the right for people to say shit that you absolutely do not agree with and in fact find disgusting. So I agree, homophobic advertisements are fucking disgusting. However, freedom of speech. And the same goes for the other way, where it's like, you know, heterophobic stuff, you know, which is all over the place these days, but nobody cares about that. This is disgusting and I shouldn't have to see it, declares Amalie Kwalwinski, a particularly prudish representative of a major religion. Oh, fuck you. We have forgotten that Howlite Isle is a country founded in traditional values. Fucking traditional values. Not least the sanctity of a relation between man and woman. These deviants. Deviants. It's all about sex and nothing else. I have no respect for what is natural and natural. Yeah, you mean like fucking God? Oh, that's the most natural thing in the world, isn't it? I'm spending this sick. Okay, we're not even bothering reading this fucker. Last I checked, free speech meant listening to people you don't like, Yearn's young advisor, Elizabeth Rolfe. Slouched over a sofa with a newspaper over her face, a principle your office seems utterly devoted to. Look, should a bunch of religious nutjobs stop homosexuals from saying it's alright for Jim and Jones to hold hands in the street? Of course not. Equality should be... equality. Should a bunch of totted up fruit stop the devout from banging on about their divine religion? Obviously no. So why stop either of them? Freedom of expression is more important than either party's sensibilities, no matter how distasteful that might be. I whole fucking heartedly agree, and that is exactly what I've just been saying. This whole culture is foul, and we shouldn't perpetrate it, argues daily commenter Georgie Quartz. Oh god, they're named literally money. Surely the point of public transportation is to quickly get people to work or whatever and not be bombarded with fringe political issues. I'm sorry, but religion and sexuality is not fucking fringe. It's a major part of who a person is a lot of the time, so no, fuck off. We should be do away with advertising and own government services and proper... Okay, we're going with this. This is the only sensible option. Oh no, it's struggling to load again. Oh no. Oh no. Look, fucking look how slouched I am. Jesus Christ. Bus ads propagandize causes raging from sexual revelation to religious programs. Okay. Civil rights have shot up. Tourism has shot up. People want to see that. Nudity has gone up for some reason. Just to piss off the religious, I imagine. Intelligence has gone up. Drug use has gone up. Authoritarianism has gone down. Patriotism has gone down. They're often linked as well. Ideological radicality. Social conservatism has gone down. Again, this one and this one being linked. And pacifism has gone down. I'm alright with that. I'm alright with that. These heels weren't made for working. Is this like women shouldn't be working thing? Mrs. Gertrude, recently retired after 40 years working as a hostel receptionist. Severe arthritis of her feet, attributed by her doctors to a lifetime of wearing, I need to click my knees, high-heeled shoes, has led to great difficulty in walking even in short distances. Does she need to work in high heels? Because, I'll be honest, I hate high heels. I think they're fucking clown shoes for women. I think they're fucking stupid. And I personally don't find a woman with the inability to walk properly or fucking damage over time, like in the case of this woman, or just the stupidity in which the shoes are to be sexy. It's like, but it accentuates hip movement. I don't fucking care. Women do that anyway. It's like, high heels are fucking stupid and they're one of the most clownish sexual fashion trends that we've ever had. I do not like them. My feet are killing me, bemoans Gertrude, and it's all a fault of ridiculous dress codes forced on my employees. I've been crippled by my work, and now I'm stuck with pain and loss of mobility. The government should ban employees from making particular clothes a condition of work. I actually don't agree with that. I disagree with making fucking high heels a condition of work, but having specific clothing at work is a good thing. Because obviously you don't want people showing up in their goddamn tighty whities and wife beaters to go to a posh restaurant, you know what I mean? But a woman can dress up nice without wearing those stupid fucking clown shoes. It's frankly sexist when us women are forced to wear high-heeled shoes. I'd actually argue the same thing with suits and men, by the way. Women have so much fucking options when it comes to dressing up nice for, formal events. Men just get suits. Suits. And I tell you what, I wouldn't because I don't have the stones, but I sure as hell would rather wear a dress than a suit a lot of the time, especially in summer. I can breathe in a dress. If I can save just one person from experiencing the torture I'm suffering now, then it'll be worth the efforts of walking here today. What's wrong with wanting stuff to look professional? Yeah, I'm sorry, but high heels don't look professional. Queries Philippe Nelson, staff manager of the renowned Idiot Hilton Hotel. We just want our employees to look respectable while dealing with clients. I agree with that, but the fucking high heels are stupid. Nobody forced this girl to take the job. Look, leader, if you really want to help, maybe you could set an example by seeing your own attire. Honestly, everything you're wearing could use it. Okay, kick this guy out, please. Throw him out the window in the top story. Thank you. Oh, well, it's him. Oh, I'm sorry, what's that? Is your suit messed up, sir? Oh, well, you're gonna have to fix that now, aren't you? Your unprofessional twat. You know, messing with the dress code rules could be a lot of fun, giggles your brother. My brother giggles. I like him. Seeming even more deranged than usual. We could... Fuck off. We could all make the men wear suits of armor on a Tuesday, clown suits on a Wednesday, and dogman costumes for the second week of every month. And you force the ladies into maid costumes and hostess uniforms. Come on, you gotta make this happen. I really want to do that. But no, we're going for this option. Because, yeah, fuck high heels. I hate high heels that much. Fuck high heels. Police officers often head to work wearing onesies and fluffy pink bunny slippers. You know what? I'm alright with that. Nudity's gone up. Apparently, a lot of people have chosen to just go to work wearing nothing. Quality's gone up. Inclusiveness, safety, intelligence, lifespan, taxation, income equality, drug use, civil rights. Okay. Social conservatism. There it goes again. Where's authoritarianism? Oh, there it is again. Oh, what a surprise. They're again connected. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Alright, well done, people. That's, oh, shit. What's this? Best weather and most beautiful environments. Howlite Isle is... We are the most stunning nation in the world. Ask anyone. We are the most stunning nation. Okay? The most stunning nation. Ask anyone. Fuck me, I've lost my mind today. It has been a day. Man, community walk with my anxiety playing up today hardcore. Coming back and having some fun Uno time with a few friends and actually chilling the fuck out for a little bit did me the world of good. And then I've just spent like the last few hours sorting out the 3DS because as is the time of recording this, it is 11:46 p.m. and it is the last day the 3DS and the Wii U shop will be available. So, I've downloaded the Western Roller game and the Gnome Runner game, as well as a few Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm DLCs, and with that I have filled up most of the system. Now, there's enough room for save files and whatnot for when I play the games on the system. There's like 20 odd blocks left, so I'm good. But yeah, I am tired, and I am ready to go to bed. So we're gonna get through these, just so I've at least done them for the day. And then yeah, so we've got Please Don't Feed the Copyright Trolls, essentially on strike. I also feels like I've got something in my cheek here. Oh, around there. Around here, on the inside. It's really sore. Essentially on strike. If your election lasts longer than 4 weeks, we can't cross that bridge when we come to it. Alright. Copyright trolls. Major film studio Warner Cousins, lol, recently began enforcing its copyright on the popular Merry Birthday song, and has been demanding that everyone from schools or to small children to your own government pay royalties for its use, which I believe is actually a thing, which is why you never hear people sing Merry Birthday on TV shows and like on movies and whatnot, because it's actually owned. And I'm assuming the real world Warner Brothers owns it. Yeah, it's actually owned, which is ridiculous because it's more of a cultural song than anything. But yeah. After one of the studio's lawyers threatened to sue your secretary's daughter for royalties, your government has finally agreed to address this issue of copyright trolling. It's quite simple, comments Warner Cousins, notorious lawyer attorney Frisson, with a team of well-dressed yes men behind him. Just making sure it's okay. Yes, it is. The holders of copyright have every right to demand royalties for its use and remove all unlicensed use. Of course, you can still sing Merry Birthday song to your kids every year. Just remember to pay us instead of wasting your money on another pair of designer running shoes with little Timmy. I want my mummy to sing Merry Birthday to me and to give me a new bicycle, yells visibly upset young girl as she smashes priceless family heirlooms on your desk. Don't listen to that evil lawyer. It's not his song. It's my song because it's my birthday. Everyone should sing Merry Birthday if they want to. The girl begins reading a cue card handed to her by her mother. All culturally significant songs shall be put into the public domain. I kind of agree, to be honest. Like, this doesn't mean that, oh, this song is really popular right now and it was played at the Super Bowl, so that means it should be in the public domain. No. But songs like Happy Birthday and Merry Christmas and all that kind of shit, you know, that should be public domain. They're public songs. The idea that somebody owns the copyright for a Happy Birthday is fucking ridiculous. Why should we deal with copyright at all, suggests longtime political activist. No, because we need to protect artists. The problem is it's not protecting artists, it's protecting companies a lot of the time. But yeah. How about a system that allows for fair use of copyright material, such as for satire and education? Muses popular YouTube celebrity and free speech activist, the nostalgia nerd. That's a very clever combination. This protects copyright creators. I'm sorry if I'm speaking awkward, but my cheek is actually hurting right now. I don't know what's up with it. From outright theft, but protects us smaller creators from censorship from the big guys. There's a chance the Warner Cousins might try to exploit it, but freedom of speech is at risk here. Surely these big studios can handle a few choice criticisms. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to review Magpie Podcast. Right, we're going for this one. Should be in the public domain. The constant playing of Merry Birthday on Howlite Isle radio has led to calls for the song to be classified as a crime against humanity. Retirement. Extend your citizens' average lifespan beyond 80 years. That is gorgeous. Look at that. That is. How has taxation gone up? Whatever. We're adding that. We're adding that right now. That is on. We've actually not added any of these for a while. Should we have the monorail? I kind of like the monorail. Yeah, we'll have the monorail. Yeah, cool. And we'll have that on as well. Save changes. Alright, issues. Your wild selfie. Wait, that's a new one. Oh shit, we've just got a random new one while we were doing that. A wild selfie appears. A nature photographer on assignment to... I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Wilderness caught a magpie toying with their spare camera equipment. Oh, this was based on a real story. I remember this one. Remember when I think it was the monkey took a picture of itself? Either on purpose or by accident, this magpie managed to snap a selfie. Upon returning back to Howlite Isle, the impressed photographer began to sell copies of the selfie to interested buyers. And news of the so-called smart magpie continues to spread. Animal rights activists have raised some surprising copyright concerns. Oh god, more copyright. That picture is not this photographer's intellectual property because he did not take it, bluntly states the Will Fredrickson, a philanthropist with a long record of donating to conventionalist causes. It is morally wrong that he profits from the work, from this work. While I will admit that the picture in question is intriguing, he has unfairly earned enough already. If this portrait continues to be distributed, I humbly request that all future proceeds go completely towards a good cause. Mainly philanthropic foundation, perhaps. My philanthropic foundation. I mean, an animal doesn't understand what it's doing when it's taking a picture. And whilst animals deserve rights, very much so, I don't even think this should be in question. Copyrights are a bit dumb, don't you think? Does it really understand the concept behind that thing? I don't think it does. This is although magpies are intelligent and they're one of few birds that can actually recognize a reflection of themselves rather than seeing another bird. So, yeah. This is an affront to magpies everywhere, howls Chuck McGee, a spokesperson for the Organization of People for the Ethical Treatment of Everything. Oh, God. There is only one individual with the rights to all earnings from this photograph, the noble creature who took it. The brilliant beast did the work, so they should be fully recognized for their intellectual property. I expect the necessary quarters will be delivered to the wild soon. Post haste. Just hand the photograph over to us, sternly orders Dr. Hope Spriggian, Director of National Science Laboratory. This can be an amazing PR opportunity. There must be something special about this selfie-taking magpie. Having the ability to photograph themselves at all. With your permission, let my team bring the star-studied creature back to the lab for testing. That photograph will become the public face of the most groundbreaking discoveries in a decade. Oh my words. It's just an animal that clicked a button at an opportune time, dude. It's not that big. It's not that deep. Whether Howlite Isle or beast, we are promoting a culture of selfishness and unchecked narcissism, complains self-styled intellectual and motivational speaker Mercitio Brunite. I'm not even trying to get the names right at this point. I don't know where this is going to lead us, but it's not anything good. The selfie and me first culture that is corrupting our society needs to be nipped in the bud. Ban selfies and encourage people. Oh, fuck off. We're not capturing the poor creature and keeping it in a lab. We're not just dumping money in the wild. So I guess this is the only option. Some of the country's most famous photographers are animals. I mean, that's always been the case. Just in a... lifespan has gone down. So much for that other one. Have I actually lost that banner now? I wonder. Have I actually lost that banner? Because my lifespan's gone down again. No, I've got it. I don't have it anymore, but I did get it. So, yeah. Oh, wrong one. Essentially on strike. Disappointed with their current wages and working conditions, disgruntled law enforcement officers have voted for strike action, leaving no one to maintain order. A majority of police officers are now refusing to work until the demands are met, in turn stirring public debate over the ethics of striking by so-called essential workers. Oh, this is very topical. This is an actual debate that's been going on. And to be honest, I don't know where I stand. I think that every worker really should have the right to strike, but things like police forces and medical professionals and things like that, they're kind of needed all the time, and if they're not working, people are going to die. But at the same time, it's a freedom versus protection argument. That's really what it comes down to. It's a freedom versus protection argument, and I think I fall on the side of allowing them to strike because they should be able to. But what's going on right now is different groups are striking. So we had the buses and the trains, and now we're having the teachers, and it just keeps going on like that. So it can start a thing where it's just never ending. My daily commute is being blocked by the same people who are supposed to be protecting us, complains Commandeet's analyst Josh Klaus. Criminals are running wild. These officers are guilty of gross declaration of duty and should be ashamed of themselves. In fact, they should either go back to work or be fired immediately. Essential workers have no business risking our lives for their own petty financial gain. You better believe we're upset, snaps Officer Nipisho Johnson, making no effort to pursue as a pickpocket runs off with your wallet. We dedicate our lives to keeping the public safe and must always be vigilant. That's funny. I love the way this thing is written, man. Yet we're paid ridiculously low wages and get about as much respect as the criminals we bring to justice. I mean, Howlite Island cops are actually pretty good by the looks of it. But, you know, I don't really have much respect for cops in real life. But, yeah. We have every right to be striking, just like workers in every other industry. Yes, of course, the country is suffering without our services. That's the point. That's why we should grant our requests. See, that right there, that's the problem. Just because people strike doesn't mean they can get what they want. They should get what they want. The problem with key workers striking is the powers that be are more likely to, bow to their wishes. And this can be abused, and knowing human nature will be abused, so that people in these industries, people in these fields, have basically the power to screw over entire systems by striking repeatedly to get more and more and more and more money. And that's kind of the problem. It can be abused. Everyone has the right to strike, but everyone also has the right to essential services, asserts idealistic student social worker Walter Rabin. You just have to make sure that there's sufficient funding and training for rudimentary to exist without the system, within the system, so that essential services can cover for each other at times of industrial. Oh, do you mean like a doctor can be a cop? If ambulance crews are on the strike, use fire patrol vehicles and police convoys. If the firefighters are on strike, then deploy the army. If the army goes on strike, well, yeah, it's a toughie, but you get the idea. It doesn't. That's kind of ridiculous, though. That's kind of ridiculous, though. Imagine firefighters fighting crime by just, firing that big-ass hose at them. See, the way this game works, if I select this, crime is going to shoot right up because they're going to be on strike all the time. So, I'm actually going to choose this for strategical purposes. My own belief system comes closer to this, but purely because the way this game works, it will just lead to the police force striking constantly, because this game works in extremes. So, we're going for this, unfortunately. The nation's police officers are famously miserable looking. Health has gone up, employment, crime has gone up, taxation has gone down, that's something, tourism has gone down, shit. Law enforcement has gone down. Oh, that was a bad choice. God damn. That was a bad choice. God damn it. Oh well. We can't cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, that looks bad. Several workers were killed and others injured in a recent collapse of a bridge being constructed across Magpie River. My client's partner was killed in this incident and she's demanding answers, exclaims litigator Balthazar Hamilton, throwing a sack of folders on your desk. Hundreds of petitioners, including many of my clients and the other victims' families, will now not be contented with the status quo. They need to know that their loved ones who go to work on these sites will most definitely come back home at night. Initiating more safety guidelines might slow down the rate of construction work, but it just means that, yeah, we know health and safety goes ridiculous. No, fuck off. Objection, cries prominent attorney Felicity Enormous, representing construction from bricks and stuff. These destructive laws would merely hinder businesses' ability to perform their job, providing houses to our beautiful citizens, storefronts or busy workers, and hotel skyscrapers to our guests. Pardon me. She pats down her suit before handing you a trunk filled with legislation suggestions. Offer subsidies to businesses that perform safety checks and trust companies to carry them out. They know what's best after all. Fuck off. As if we need those damn rules and stuff. Okay, so we've got no rules whatsoever. We've got Britain, in which literally everything you fucking do, it needs to go through an entire year of bureaucracy in order to be improved. And that's on the low end of stuff. Or we've got trust the businesses, they won't lead us astray. So literally we have absolute fuck all options here. These are all terrible. These are all terrible. This is going to result in more death and shoddy practices. This is going to result in more tax. It's safety checks. So it's literally the people working on these that they're backing. I don't want tax to go up even more, although this could also take up tax. However, this could also boost the economy. So again, I think I'm coming closer to this one to the other one, but I think I'm going to go for this one to get an economic boost. Now, if they had more control other than security checks, then no, but we'll go for that one. Scaffolding is built around scaffolding to give safe access. Oh, God. Taxation has gone down. Environmental abuse has gone down by 0.1%, which is acceptable. Food quality has gone down and employment has gone down. Economic output has gone up, income has gone up, lifespan has gone up, human development index has gone up, economy has gone up. I'm okay with that. I think there's decent sacrifices to be made there. I'm alright with that. If your election lasts longer than 4 weeks. The next election is drawing near, and over drinks, you flippantly mentioned to a few party loyalists the idea of extending the political season to whopping 69 days. Upon hearing the plan, your campaign manager immediately passed out from an overwhelming panic attack, fearing the agony of such a long campaign. I'm not sure what you hope to gain by this, gasps Ming Walker, your trusted campaign manager, while holding a cold flannel to his forehead. The party funds can only be stretched so thin, and it's only a matter of time before one of our candidates does something outrageously stupid that sabotages our reputation. That is a fantastic point. What we need to do is make sure that the election dates are fixed with a fixed length and the fixed results. I mean fixed rules on the campaign spending. Once the people see how open and transparent we are, we'll all be re-elected in a landslide. The longer the better. I disagree. No, one of your top donors is rumored to have made a killing on the... Yeah, okay. The Wilstopian War. No, fuck off. No, I can't take another election circus. Panics Peter Kalowski, a refugee from the United Federation. Where I come from, election season lasts a painful 24 months and an endless mislingering during the debates and advertisements between TV shows are slowly driving everyone insane. I tell you, please, for the sake of common decency, ban all political campaigns. We're better off not being constantly bothered by political hacks anyway. Well, this is corrupt, this is retarded, and this is avoiding an issue. So, we're going to go for this one. Arbitrary election rules are considered sacrosanct. Authoritarianism, employment, tourism, taxation, maybe? Has that gone down? Tourism's gone up. I'm happy with that. Intelligence has gone down by a large... Corruption's gone down by a decent amount. That's good. Ideological radicality's gone down by a decent amount. And this time, it's not being compared... Oh, no, it's something else. It's... never mind. I'm tired. I am tired, and it is 12:07. This is pretty late for me. I am going to go to bed. My cheek hurts. I am going to go to bed. God fucking damn. And I'll tell you, man, I'm growing my hair out, and I'm at a stage right now where I kind of hate it because it just looks awful all the time. I have been shaved head for so long that it's weird having hair. I think I look fucking awful all the time in this shit. But there we go. Also, there's a bit at the back that just sticks out 24/7. I look like a hedgehog. Welcome back. And because we did it so late the other day, we've only got 2 of them right now. Or if I wait another hour, I can do another one. But it's like 5 o'clock now, so I'm gonna get this done now. So we've only got 2 today. We've got no representation without taxation, and will the real victims please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Trying to make us give a fuck. Yeah, please stand up. So we'll do this one. The nation is in an uproar after a star football player is released from prison after spending 6 years behind bars for sexual assault, following new revelations that his disputant fabricated this entire incident. What a fucking surprise! We've never heard this a billion times over and over and over and over and over and over again, and nothing ever gets done about it because women are pure little angels that never do anything wrong, and men are monsters and evil and control all the world. Alright, stand against false accusations. It's a disgrace that all it takes to destroy a person's life is one false allegation. Protests sleazy lawyer Nobby Latif, who is facing... Nobby will protect Harry Potter from sexual assault allegations. Who is facing multiple sexual harassment claims. The problem is that we are too quick to believe these so-called victims instead of the accused. Force them to undergo rigorous interviews to get the coppers to perform the DNA test. This will deter people from making mendacious accusations in the first place. Anyone who is found out must be jailed at the same amount the so-called attacker will be. Right. So here's the problem. This kind of shit is really difficult to prove, right? But we've seen women have realized that they can lie about this, and if they are found out of being liars, unless you receive an absolute major thrashing, in a public thrashing, like in the case of Amber Heard, who has the disadvantage of being married to someone that is already very popular, but there are still people who defend her regardless. Most of the time, you get away with it scot-free and nothing ever happens, and there will always be people who will believe you. That stigma will lay over that man's head for the rest of his life. Even if you're not even in the same country as when it apparently happened. Which, yes, I'm referencing an actual case there. There is no repercussions whatsoever. The problem is that if there were repercussions, then there's only a matter of time before someone who legitimately did suffer from sexual assault is labeled a liar. So not only would they have to go through one of the worst experiences a human being can go through, but they'd be punished for defending themselves in court. That being said, my country doesn't count made to penetrate as a form of rape. So basically a woman can rape a man repeatedly over and over and over and over again, and the worst she will get is sexual assault. And even then, that's likely not going to happen. In fact, there's a much higher chance that he will be accused of sexual assault and maybe even, that, or have to pay for the baby of his rapist for his entire life. But this is the situation we have right now. How come you have no sympathy for the injured party, inquires Eve Santo, the most feared prosecutor in Howlite Isle, as the men in this room all fall silent. We absolutely should believe the victims. Yeah, believe all women, even though they're human and not perfect angels and are known to lie. about this repeatedly, over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Oh, by the way, what happens when a female teacher has sex with a younger student? It's never reported as rape. It's reported as has sex with, in a relationship with. Could you imagine the scandal if it was the other way around? People don't give a flying fuck about women, sorry, about men or boys, and they give too much of a fuck about women to the point where they are basically treated like children and can get away with everything. You know, all this talk about false allegations has gotten me worried, whispers your personal lawyer, Tuki Assange, as he purposely spills coffee on his crotch, then gets your young secretary to help him dry off. Oh my god. It won't be long until one of your pesky critics accuses you of the crime to ruin your career. I say we should nip it in the bud. Quietly pass a law that protects you. No, fuck off. No. Order, order. Nobody has heard from me yet, exclaims notorious corrupt judge Angus Gibson, while banging on a gravel on your desk. Quite frankly, I don't care if the who is accused or who accuses them. I think we all know what makes the justice system go around. Quarters. Sentencing should be based on how much both sides are able to pay. No, fuck off. Right, we're going for this one. Because quite frankly, we already live in this world where all it requires is a claim. We already live in this world where if you're rich and fucking powerful, which also includes this one as well, by the way, we already live in these worlds where if you're rich and fucking powerful, you can get away with fucking anything and it doesn't matter. I mean, look at all the people that went to Epstein's Island. Not much changed when he went down, did it? They got rid of their scapegoat and everyone else got away scot-free. Funny that, isn't it? But we're going with this one because it's the only one that addresses at least partly a real world issue. These are just part of the real world issue. That being said, you know where this is going. Victims of crime are viewed as less trustworthy than politicians. There we go. Yeah. Well, we live in a society. Address 100 issues. Green is the meadow. It looks like a scene from fucking Teletubbies. Homelessness has gone up. Crime has gone up. Law enforcement, safety. I like how law enforcement and crime. Sorry, safety and crime has gone up at the same time. Drug use, authoritarianism. Social conservatism. Of course it has. Of course it has. Taxation's gone down though. Civil rights, compassion, pacifism, intelligence has gone down. I feel as if we know which side of the argument the writer of this is on, and it's the same as pretty much everyone else in the world. Men bad, women weak. Anyway, we caught on it. We got onto a topic there that I'm quite sick of, quite frankly. The recent publication of the book Who Pays for Government, written by internally famous economist Millicent Freeman, has triggered a public debate about voting rights. Look, it's simple, exclaims Finance Minister Aria Fox. Most thing the government does costs money. That money has to be raised through taxes, so anyone who doesn't pay any tax shouldn't have any say in choosing the government either. We should make paying at least a specified minimum in tax necessary for inclusion in the electoral lists. I'll reward those who actually contribute to society and give those who don't a bit of incentive to pull them up by their bootstraps. Go suck a dick. That's not going far enough, inserts teenager Escher McLean, wearing a homemade Guy Fawkes mask while borrowing the controversial objectivist tax Marxist shrugged from the Howlite Isle City Public Library. Blah, blah, blah. I said words there, I don't quite know what I said. Since the state employees, like this parasite helping me check out my books, are drawing their salary from the government, they're not contributing anything to the economy either, and they should either be excluded from voting too. No, 1,000 times no. Notorious labor rights activist Red Kim Sosa protests. Voting is the most basic right we have. Actually, it's freedom of speech. Voting does fuck all, but freedom of speech very much can. Freedom of speech can move fucking mountains. Freedom of expression can move fucking mountains. All voting does is give you the illusion of choice. And election day is the one time every Howlian, rich or poor, is an equal. Not really. That's just what the people believe. The right to vote has to be protected for all Howlians. The election day made a public holiday so that working class people can afford to vote without risking losing their jobs. The dip in productivity might be justified by ensuring everyone has a chance to perform their civic duty. That's very stirring rhetoric, but I wonder if anyone really feels that way, muses libertarian scholar Piers Bradbury, a research fellow at Nicanto Institute. So why not give everyone the choice? Make it legal for people to sell their votes and leave it... Oh, fuck off. We're going for this one. It's the only one that's not fucking ridiculous. Right. Factories grind to a halt every time there's an election. It doesn't happen that often. It's fine. Lifespan safety. Taxation goes up, because of course it fucking does. We're almost at 50% at this point. The intelligence goes up. Political freedom. Environmental beauty. For some reason... Oh, yeah, that actually makes sense, because things stop for a day. Okay, fair enough. So there we go. That's what we got today. Howlite Isle. That was a quick one. River City. Where's the... Oh. Combine 100 million citizens with a reasonable economy. That's not bad. That's not bad. We've had worse. We've had worse. Can we change shit now, or do I need to? I need 250. I need another 150 Pokemon in order to unlock a capital city. God damn it! Hey! All right, let's day this video. It is Skyrim time right now. It is 11:11. We got 5 issues today, which is good. And yeah, let's go. Bait and switch. We who are about to die would rather go home. Asian concerns in Howlite Isle. Content, discontent. Object oriented programming. What? Object oriented program. Oriented. Apparently I can't read that properly. Interesting. Okay. A AAA video game title, Panty Theft Auto. I like the sound of that. Has caused a stir amongst feminists, and concerned parties. Of course it has. It must be a good game then. With many demanding government action against objectification and sexualization of women. Sure, if we make this run both ways as well. What's that? You can perfectly oogle men. No advertisements for men need to change or anything like that. Oh, okay then. Jump off a bridge then. This is disgusting, cries Alice N. Breck Bell, a proudly feminist media commentator. Look at all these bimbos in all of these games. They need back braces to stand up if they were real. The male protagonist can rack up passive female conquests and even get a set of photographic virtual trading cards. Oh god, it's The Witcher for each one he collects. To be fair, the whole sleep with a woman and get a collectible card is really fucking cringy. I don't know whether the other games did it. I can't remember The Witcher 2 doing it, but I also don't remember engaging much in that anyway. And I've not played 3. But yeah, the whole collect cards of the women you sleep with is fucking cringe, I've got to admit. But yeah. Can't we apply some modern day standards to this glowing industry? Yeah, fuck off. No, I'm not even less misogynistic. It will never be a less misogynistic society. Like, literally all men could be wiped off the earth and these women would just turn on each other for their various levels of misogyny. Like, you know, they'll find someone other than themselves to blame. You can't be serious, complains Stan Hauser, creative director of the game, covertly slipping you some special edition artwork of a chainmail bikini elf knight. To be honest, personally speaking, I would find a actual suit of armor, like what's it, like an elf knight in an actual suit of armor, hell of a lot hotter than basically a metal bikini. Personally, I know it's not the point. It's like, it's not here. They're not here to appease you. Yeah, but you want these characters to look good. And I'm heterosexual, meaning I'm attracted to women. So if a female character looks good, then it would make sense that I would have at least some level of attraction to her. You know, same thing with male characters. If you're attracted to men, surely you'd find some level of attraction to most male characters, right? Just like, you know... I don't understand why this is, you know, the big deal. I mean, fuck, there's attractive men in video games that I recognize as well, and I don't even want to, do anything like that with men. So, I appreciate attractive people. I think most people do. I like pretty girls. My customers like pretty girls. Pretty girls sell games. It isn't the job of gaming industry to spread a social message, and if these moral crusaders don't like it, they don't have to buy the game. I'll be honest here. It isn't the gaming industry. Right. Some of the best games I've ever played have contained some level of social commentary, or at the very least, they have opened it up to thought and discussion, so you can come up with your your answer yourself. Very few good games will handle this with this is the definitive right answer, this is the definitive wrong answer. Unless you're going for the whole cartoonage good versus evil, in which case it's absolute extremes both ways anyway, so even then it's not perfect. There's a lot of interesting philosophy and politics in video games. The problem is when these video games exist purely as a pedestal for politics. That these games don't stand out on their own. The sole purpose of these games was to push a political message. That's when it becomes a problem. If a game contains these things, it can still be good. It's not necessarily ruined by them. Hell, one of the games I've played this year that I think is fucking amazing contains a bit of that as well, and every time that character's on screen, it takes me out of the game because it's just so fucking weird. But it doesn't matter because the rest of the game is fucking awesome, so that doesn't really matter. They're not a major character, they're a side characters, I'm not dealing with them all the time, it's fine. But it doesn't ruin the game. The game still stands on its own, There's characters that I absolutely fucking despise in video games, but like Miranda from or Isabel from Mass Effect and Dragon Age respectively. It's things like that. Or to a lesser extent Zevran from Dragon Age Origins. I don't tend to like the. That's actually interesting because Isabel's entire personality is she's a whore. Zevran's most of his personality is that he's a whore until you get to know him better. And then Miranda's whole personality is smug. And the whole line, I was built from in every way to be perfect. Oh, really? Then why do you look like a pug? I don't like her. I tend to not like the characters that exist purely for sexual appeal, unless that's the point in the game. So for a game like Subverse, that isn't I'm like most people. I'm in a weird mix between the two, right? It's like we don't need this authoritarian bullshit, but also this is kind of fucking juvenile. Also, the whole if you don't like it, don't buy it argument pisses me off. No. Oh, it's if you don't like child porn, don't buy it. What? No. I'm against the idea. If you don't like this DLC, microtransactions ruining what once was a great game because all they're doing is spending all their development time making this shit, just don't buy it. That's not the fucking problem. Not like, it's like, there's a problem here, and I want it fixed beyond just not buying it. I hate that argument. I absolutely hate that argument. It's like, it doesn't matter if this horrible shit's happening, just don't buy the game. Sorry, this is a topic that it's so fucking relevant to my interest, it's insane. I've gone on about that way too much. Whatever Panty Theft Auto is doing is what Real Man wants. Squeak's nerdy 13-year-old Milo McGee stroking his caterpillar-like mustache as he sneaks the chainmail elf picture into his own pocket. If anything, we should apply this practice to every piece. No. The problem here is in some video game, it's all video games, observes oh god. So we're gonna ban video games. Ban this trash. So ban video games, apply sexuality to everything, sex sells, or authoritarian bullshit. I guess sex sells. It's the only one I don't absolutely 100% despise, but I also don't like several of the arguments they used, but whatever. Teenage male video games often suffer repetitive strain wrist injuries. I mean, it's true. It's true. Obesity has gone up. Oh, fuck off. Intelligence has gone up. That's true. It's true. What's gone down? How has the weather gone down by that much as well? Really? All of this? Whatever. That annoys me. Anyway, bait and switch. Children wept today as only a handful of fish showed up for the Dance of Salmon. Ooh, Dance of Salmon. That sounds like fun. An eagerly awaited tradition celebrating wild salmon migration from the ocean to the riverbeds of Howlite Isle. Experts and deep-sea anglers have pointed fingers at the abundance of open-net farms dotting the coast, which allow sea lice-infected farm salmon to contaminate migrating wild salmon. Well, we can't have that, can we? Threatening the very survival of the species. Salmon are a crucial link to the food range of both oceans and river systems, asserts Declan Macrease, a surprisingly knowledgeable 10-year-old clutching at a tear-drenched plush salmon. Oh, the wild stocks of both Maxtopia and Blacker are already irreparably depleted by sea lice and overfishing, and if we do nothing, Howlite Isle is next. You need to severely tighten regulations for farm barons, make them clean up their act before it's too late. I agree. What's the worst case scenario? They're extinct in 20 years or so. I'm 86. I'll be extinct by in 10. You don't fucking matter as much as an entire fucking species, dude. I'm sorry, but it's true. Reasons ridiculously wealthy fish farm owners Bajor. Oh, he's French. Okay. This is really making a mountain out of a molehill. Oh, fuck off. I'm not listening to you. People, let's forget about the salmon for a while and talk about the lice. Pleads Jennifer Slay, disgraced marine biologist and amateur chemist. The louse, Scrooge of the salmon, free of farmhand. Farmed? Wouldn't it be nice if we could just make them go away? Well, you can. I've been working on a new type of pesticide targeting this kind of... Oh, no! It's still No! We're not releasing chemicals in the water and turning the frickin' salmon gay. No, we're going with the 10-year-old. He's the only reasonable one here. Fuck you, you goddamn greedy bastards. Maximum security fish farms leave caged salmon pining for the fjords. That's funny. Okay. Whatever. I don't care if that's authoritarian. Fuck you. We're not destroying the... If not destroying the environment is authoritarian, then I'm authoritarian. We who are about to die would rather go home. Is this a war one? A note sport of yours has recently passed on, leaving quite a sizable plot of land to you in his will, but only under a rather unusual condition, that the site be developed into a coliseum. The site be developed into a coliseum for housing gladiatorial fights and other bloody spectacles. That actually sounds kind of awesome if it's, you know, what's the word? Voluntary? Yes, yes, cries Seijo. I'm going to call him Steve-O. Waving a wooden sword enthusiastically. You gotta do this, man. I think this is supposed to be Steve-O. Gladiator fight is like the ultimate in spectator sports, and it doesn't just have to be people. We could pit them. No, we're not using animals. No. Blade against claw. Nothing to the names but their wits and their stamina. You'd have to pay people a lot to risk their lives doing this, but I bet you'd earn a whole lot more from merchandise and wages and stuff. That's just sick, says Offlands Underwood, president of Kill the Violence Now Association. KVNA? NAV? Whatever. Whatever. I don't believe you'd find anyone willing to watch actual people tearing each other apart. Are you serious? What planet do you live on? We've been doing this for as long as we've been alive. Violence is like the single most natural thing to people. Evidently. It's savage and horrible. It's even worse than boxing. Violent sports should be outlawed for the sake of this country's moral... Yeah, fuck off. I'm ashamed you've even considering this. Actually, we could use this to our advantage, whispers Chief of Police Elliot. Oh my god, are we throwing prisoners in the arena? Why not just force convicted criminals to fight for the amusing of the public? They'll be paying for their crimes, contributing to society, and totally freeing us having to build Dude! Yeah, we're doing that. We're not sacrificing the magpies, but we will sacrifice the criminals. Fuck you! Here's when it's going to be silly criminals. Oh, civil rights fell from average to below average. Oh no. Criminals are thrown to the magpies to repay their debt to society. No, not the magpies. Jail and prisons are not employed. Citizens may be executed for crimes. Oh no! Temperature dropping, developing inhospitable climate. What? Hostile elements develop a nation of at least 50 million citizens who aren't especially fond of strangers. Oh my god. Above it all, develop a stoic, dispassionate... Oh my god, this is terrible. Enforce capital punishment. Developed a religious yet uncaring populace. So that's been removed. Oh my god. Develop a culture, self-centered nation of at least 40 million citizens. Holy shit, that was the biggest change. What the fuck? Crime has ironically gone up. Culture has gone up. Downright we're cultured now. Oh my god. Wait, what happened to the weather and environment? Why has the weather gone down? What? I mean, the environment's still okay. The weather, it's just got literally this world is so, like, this country is so horrible to its prisoners that the weather is legitimately turned cold to represent it. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Well, we're adding some of these. God damn. Oh my god. We're... Oh my god. We're gonna go for that one. I like that one. Oh my god. We're like a Pokemon. We're like a Pokemon area. Look at this. Like, we've got high tech, but we've got old-fashioned architecture. We've got great tropical fucking jungles, as well as fucking like deserts and shit. We've got bikes and mountains and like, you know, shit like that. This is actually kind of funny. Or also snow. Lol. Right. Oh no. It's what I get for being evil. Oh my god. Fears about the aging populace of Howlite Isle has been raised after it was discovered that nearly a fifth of the population is over 65 years of age. This demographic shift is becoming a serious drain. A fifth? Is that really that big of a problem? We're going to run out of working age citizens if we don't act fast, ones. Gordon Bernstein, a government statistician. Birth rates are down, death rates are down, and the amount of budget spent on pensions has doubled in the last 20 years. Oh, we're China. I don't think China has anything like that, actually. We must get rid of all the people who were... Oh my god. We'll throw them in the arena. I can't believe I'm hearing this, yells Elizabeth Guttenberg, a wizened octogenarian. We have our rights. What utter rubbish about our pensions. I can hardly survive on the paltry number of quarters I get each week. If anything, we should get more money. And after the billions of work hours I put in Howlite Isle, it's the least. To be honest, I'm kind of in agreement with this, because I know people who basically, you know, just about get by with their pensions. It's ridiculous. Well, you know, there's another way, suggests Sydney Nurry, your sleaziest budget analyst. To appease the elderly lobby, you could increase the pension fund by cutting the healthcare budget. That way, higher death rates will compensate for the more generous... Oh my god, no. Fuck off. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Talk about hasty decisions here, man. Says Cool Cal, one of your more hip advisors. Cool Cal. I like Cool Cal. Just increase the working age to, say, 95 years old. Then the number of people eligible for pensions, like, dramatically reduced, man. Oh, that's funny, because I know someone who's really suffering in real life because of that. Oh, I don't like any of these. Oh no. I really don't like any of these. We're gonna go with that one. Are we though? Wait, no. We're not killing them. We're not getting rid of the healthcare, which is the same as this, just less targeted. This will turn the country into Japan, which is not good. Yeah, I guess this, just out of a process of elimination. Senior citizens are often found slaving away in factories. Crime has gone up. Obesity, economy. I don't like how quickly obesity is rising recently. Also crime, for that matter. Oh man, our cheerfulness has gone down. The weather has gone down again? Why? Because of old people spell? God damn it. Content discontent. A recent survey revealed that a stark divide amongst Howlians, with citizens across the political spectrum strongly agreeing that nobody who holds different views than their own is a blithering idiot, an unpatriotic traitor, and that they probably have ugly children too. This is topical. The focus group assembled to address the phenomenon placed the blame squarely on the increasing personalized nature of internet content. Before this, I mean, the internet's had a place in this, but let's be honest, this has always been the case. It's just more public these days. Like, the idea that people weren't tribalistic, or even this tribalistic, before the internet came up is insane. This has always been the case. We just see more of it now. We don't know what the problem is, argues Colleen Gruber, spokesperson for one of the factions. Big business has infected the internet with tracking algorithms and pushes content and advertising that reinforces people's existing positions. This is actually very true. Social media, video sites, news feeds, it's all a profit-driven scheme to trap people in their comfort zones where they'll spend their time and money. You need to prohibit cookies and all sorts of trackers and ban corporate echo chambers so these fools on the other side will finally be exposed to the truth. That's funny. But no, that's actually true. That's actually fucking true. This is one of the major problems that is inflaming this is echo chambers. You know, remove them and you'd be surprised about, this includes myself as well. I found myself trapped in them. I was recently corrected from a propaganda thing I fell for by a friend, and it's embarrassing when you find that out, man. It's embarrassing, but I'd rather admit that I'm wrong than, you know, double down on it. So yeah, it affects us all, even people who are well aware of it. It affects us all. That's not the problem, yells a rival faction member. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Oh, it's a Apu reference. Over the top of his colleague. The problem is snowflakes like Colleen who won't listen to opposing views. They don't like what I say and they unfriend me when I point out how wrong they are. You need to make sure these algorithms are forcing people to consume opposing viewpoints in equal. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. The echo chambers need to go away. Like these tracking bullshit needs to go away, and then they'll naturally run into things that are more appropriate. Because if you do it this way, then it's just going to push the more extreme examples of both sides, and you end up like me, where you hate everyone. Regulations, government mandates, these solutions are worse than the problem, cries Melissa Tadim, who claims not to belong to any faction. If people want to buy into an echo chamber, let them. If they want to do their own thing, let them. Why should the government have any control over the internet at all? Get rid of the existing regulations and let companies and customers do what they want. The government needs to back off. The problem is that, yeah, I agree, the government does need to back off, but the problem is the internet is owned by major tech corps at this point. So we have a government, and it's the same problem with the government we already have. It's just a different government, but the problems are the same. Greedy fucking scheming bastards rule the internet. And if the government rules the internet, it's going to be ruled by greedy, evil, scheming bastards. It's the same bullshit. So, yeah, like, fuck off as well. What a bunch of fools, comment your personal assistant as you pull away from the argument. In fact, they're so easily manipulated, that gives me an idea. If the citizenry is so stupid that they believe whatever they read on the internet, why not provide that content ourselves? Alright, okay, we're going with this one. We're going with this one. Remove the fucking trackers bullshit. Yeah, we're going with that. It's the only sensible one. Internet ads promising hot singles in your area are even less accurate than they used to be. Who gives a fuck, because they're not ads, they're spam. That's more than likely fucking viruses, mate. That's good. They're not. Taxation's gone up. Fuck off. Authoritarianism has gone up. I'm actually personally insulted every single time that goes up. Inclusiveness has gone up. Good. Ideological radicality has gone good. That makes no fucking sense. Quite frankly, if I chose any one of those, I believe ideological radicality would go up. It really would. Come on. Lifespan's gone down. Tourism's... Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, let's see what we've got. We've still got the best weather. Top 10 best weather. Alright, the community of Howlite Isle is democratic socialists. All that glitters is not in fact gold. Civil rights are below average. That's scary. Economy is strong. Political freedom is very good. The community of Howlite Isle is a very large, safe nation. Renowned for its pith helmet sales, ban on automobiles, and stringent health and safety legislation. The hard-nosed population of 107 million Howlians are fiercely patriotic and enjoy great social equality. They tend to view other and more capitalist countries as somewhat immoral and corrupt. The large government juggles the competing demands of education, defence and industry. The average income tax rate is 41.6, but much higher for the wealthy. The strong Howlite Island economy is worth 5.98 trillion quarters a year. It's fairly diversified and led by the basket weaving industry, with major contributions from retail, oil manufacturing and cheese bulk exports. Tourism is gone now, boo. Black market activity is notable. State-owned companies are reasonably common. Average income is 55.916 thousand quarters and evenly distributed, with the richest citizens only earning 2.6 times as much as the poorest. That's gone up a little bit. Maximum security fish farms have leaf-caged salmon pining for the fjords. Criminals are thrown to the magpies to repay their debt to society. That one was too fun not to choose. Senior citizens are often found slaving away in factories. We should have just thrown them into the fucking arena. And internet ad program promising hot singles in your area are even less accurate than they used to be. Crime is totally unknown thanks to the capable police force and progressive social policies in education and welfare. Howlite Isle's national animal is the magpie, which soars majestically through its nation's famously clear skies. Thankfully, the crime has still stayed the same, pretty good throughout this entire thing. We've not fucked that up at the very least. But yeah. So we're going somewhere. I've noticed that I've been making a few more evil-ish choices recently, but you know, I am tempted to make a full-on fucking evil run. Once I've finished this kind of month, I'm tempted to do the next month, just doing like a full-on evil run. That would be fun, with a new nation, but showing you how Howlite Isle's doing every now and again. But we'll see. The fact is, nobody really watches this series. It's mainly just for me. Because I enjoy it. But, yeah. Anyway, I'll see you next time.